Deep in the heart of a sun-dappled forest lived a friendly bear named Benny. Benny the bear loved exploring the woods. He'd spend his days sniffing out delicious berries, climbing trees to get a taste of sweet honey, or just lazing around in the warm sunshine. One day, while trotting through the trees, Benny stumbled upon a sight he'd never seen before. It was a beehive, but not just any beehive. This one was brimming with bees, all buzzing and fluttering around what looked like a giant ball of string. As Benny stood there observing, completely mesmerized, a bee landed on his nose. "Hello there," said the bee, its voice as gentle as the summer breeze. "I see you found our hive. Are you here to help us?" "What do you?" Benny asked, puzzled. "But I don't know how." The bee smiled. "It's quite simple, really. All we need is some more string for our hive, and you seem like a bear who can help us gather it." And so began Benny's new adventure. Every morning after his breakfast of juicy berries, Benny would set off to the meadow to collect string for the bees. The bees had told him that the perfect string could be found on the tops of dandelions. And sure enough, when Benny looked closely at the fluffy tops of the dandelions, he saw the string the bees needed. At first, gathering the string was quite tricky. The dandelion tops were so light and fluffy that they'd just float away whenever Benny tried to grab them. But Benny was persistent. He tried and tried again, and soon he was collecting handfuls of string for the bees. As the days went by, Benny noticed something peculiar. Each time he returned from the meadow with the dandelion string, the hive seemed a little less jumbled and a lot more organized. The bees, it seemed, were using the string to build their hive, making it bigger and better every day. One afternoon, Benny decided to take a closer look inside the beehive. He peered inside and saw the most amazing thing. All the bees were working together, each one doing its tiny part. Some were building the hive, some were collecting pollen, and some were diligently fanning the hive to keep it cool. "Wow," Benny whispered, feeling a little embarrassed. "I thought helping you make your hive was important, but it's even more amazing than I thought." One of the bees overheard Benny and replied, "Don't be silly. Benny, we couldn't have built such a fine hive without you. You brought us the very special string we needed." Then another bee buzzed in, holding a small pot in its arms. "Look what I found. It's just enough for all of us to share." Inside the pot was the most delicious golden liquid Benny had ever seen. "What is it?" he asked, his eyes wide with wonder. "Why, it's honey, of course," said the bee proudly. "And guess what? We made it ourselves." You see, as the bees collected pollen from the dandelions, they also gathered sweet flower nectar. They stored the nectar in their hive, and once it turned into honey, they shared it among themselves. May I have a taste?" Benny asked eagerly. "Of course," said the bee, handing him the pot. As Benny lapped up the honey, he felt a warmth spread through him that had nothing to do with the summer sun. It tasted like friendship, like teamwork, like the satisfaction of a job well done. From that day on, Benny continued to help the bees, gathering string and pollen and anything else they needed. He learned that even a big, strong bear like him could learn a lot from these tiny creatures. He learned about the power of working together, the sweetness of helping others, and most importantly, the value of friendship that could make even the toughest bear feel right at home.